Welcome to QI. Now, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single question. Where the hell did I leave my passport?
I lost mine on a plane once, and it had gone down under the cushion of my seat.
Oh. Yeah.
The actual plane seat.
Yeah.
I was on the plane for I refused to get off the plane.
Yeah. You have to get your seat disassembled. I've had that.
And eventually I found it. That was the end of the story.
Oh, that's a beautiful story. That is a lovely, lovely story.
Is it you, specifically you? Where did you leave your passport?
Well, no, it's this technique. The University of Wisconsin, when you lose something, it actually helps to say the name of the thing that you have lost or you're looking for.
Dignity.
Yes.
Good.
You see? Exactly.
For me, that would make it worse. That would just draw attention to it.
Your wallet has a name.
Well, no, just...
Peregrine! Peregrine! Bah! Peregrine!
That's how... It might work.
It has now.
Yes. From now on, it would be called Peregrine. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, for example, you open a cutlery drawer, and where the hell's the garlic peeler or whatever? If you just say garlic peeler,
the garlic peeler
or whatever, it might be...
Andrew! Andrew!
You're missing my point about names here. I just mean the word we give the thing. Its normal description as found in a dictionary, not from a list of given names. It isn't Julian the cheese grater.
Have you ever had a macaroni pie?
No,
Yeah.
I don't believe such a thing exists.
Yes,
No. Yes, I had one in Glasgow last week. It's the most astonishing thing. It's a pie, but it's filled with macaroni cheese. It's honestly, you look at it, you just think, I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to immediately...
Sandy came up to my hometown, and of course I thought I could show her many of the delights of my hometown, or I could take her to a bus stop and give her a macaroni pie. And so we stood, because if you eat it outside, it's like al fresco, it's European. And we stood, just in a bus stop...
In the pouring rain.
Two lesbians eating a macaroni pie in the middle of Glasgow. It created quite a stir.
Yes. How many times have you dreamt of two lesbians eating a macaroni pie? Let's be honest. Girl on girl macaroni pie action. But in America...
niche. That's niche.
In America, they're so niche.
Adults are to blame. They always read into things, don't they? Something filthy with the children's stuff.
I know they do.
You know, what's that one? Bert and Ernie. They always thought something was going on there.
Yep.
With those two sleeping together.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, there is something going on there, but that's fine. That's a bad example.
Yeah. That's right. I know.
Noddy, there's another one.
Yeah.
You know, something's going on there with those shoes.
Yes. Marvellous.
But then sometimes there genuinely is, so,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like...
But anal witness 4, for example, is only one way of looking at it. I'm afraid.
But, like, I sort of read it. I think, having kids, you do read into it. Like Fireman Sam. You know Fireman Sam, right?
Here we go. What's wrong with him?
Listen to this. Listen, this is a social issue, right? You know Norman, the kid who sets all the fires and that? You know, Norman?
He's annoying.
Yeah, he's really...
Always naughty.
Yeah, he's terrible. Norman, have you been setting fires? And he's like this little ginger... I've not got anything against ginger people, I'm just saying. I'm just saying facts. He's a little ginger kid, and he's from a single-parent family. Again, I'm just letting you know the facts, right? We never know his dad. One episode I was watching, they did a group photo, the whole of the village. Fireman Sam took his helmet off. He's the only other ginger in the village. That's all I'm saying. Those fires cry for help. That's what they are. That's what they are. I just want to know who my dad is. That's what he's doing.
But I've got an interesting experiment, and I do love, as you know, to do an interesting experiment.
He does love an experiment.
Now, these will represent red ants. This is just... I just find this magical. And it's something you can do at home, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's fun about it. And
will we form an island and swim across the jar of water?
No, this is red-coloured sand, and it's floating on the top. You'll notice wherever I drop it, it tends to start clinging together. So you've got... Here's your little raft of red ants. Ooh, there they are, in the water. And I can put my finger in it like that, and my finger will come out completely dry. Absolutely
That's
dry.
bizarre.
Holy cow.
Yeah, there you are. There you are. And I've got no sand on my finger at all. And it just... but...
Are you a devil?
Watch this. This will excite you. I'm going to pour all this in here.
Blue ants are attacking red ants.
Goodness.
Yeah, all these blue ants here. It's just horrible. And look at that. It's all clustered down below. But this is the magic part. I get my spoon and I get all this sand that's underwater now. And I just pick up a little bit of it like so. And it's completely dry.
No way!
It's utterly dry.
Witchcraft!
Sorcery!
Burn him!
It's completely dry.
Witch!
There it is, look. There it is. Sand, absolutely dry, even though there are drops of water next to it. Isn't that magical?
That's just sand and water?
Well, I can tell you, it's the special nature of the sand. It's been, as it were, coated. And without wishing to give away the name of a brand of spray that you are encouraged when you buy suede shoes to use to protect your suede shoes that might be called something that rhymed with gotch scarred. If you wanted to try this experiment at home, you would get a can of that gotch scarred and spray the sand with it, and you will be able to amaze your friends, if, but only if, you're as sad as I am. But there you are. Hooray! Where did Beethoven put his jingling Johnny? Yes, Sarah.
Mrs. Beethoven.
Jingling Johnny.
Yes. What do
I
you think?
can't imagine a jingling Johnny, and it's something that the good folk at Durex have obviously missed out on. A seasonal range. But actually, you know, with a bell in the...
Really going like the clappers.
With holly around it.
Yeah. Nice. Flavours.
With holly around
Flavours.
it. I'll stop you.
Oh, turkey.
Stuffing.
How lovely to start
Plum duff. I imagine, but as a special treat, as you walk into the bedroom, a little brandy on it.
Happy Christmas! I'll take that copy of 50 Shades of Grey away from you.
What did Watson do twice as often as Holmes?
Well, I don't want to say now. I guess he had more time on his hands.
Stick with it. Stick with it. What did he do twice?
Oh, no, I do know.
Yes.
It's ejaculate.
Ejaculate is the right answer.
This is the one thing I know about Sherlock Holmes because it's in the book.
Yes.
It's an old term meaning
To exclaim.
Exclaim, yeah.
Expostulate. He constantly... But Holmes, I ejaculated. You get a lot.
I mean, the books are brilliant anyway, but
They
the
are.
idea, but that every 20 pages that happens and you go,
Yes. Yes, there are 23 ejaculations in the canon, as it's known.
They call it a canon.
Canon is the...
And one up the spout.
Oh, gross. As in the word canonical.
Give to you the cannon.
Yeah.
Stand back.
There's approximately 23 ejaculations, 48 terabytes
So
of information
wishing.
coming your way. Stand by.
You're a very lucky lady.
Watson ejaculates 11 times.
Just on a bike.
Holmes, on one occasion, refers to Watson's ejaculations of wonder, being invaluable to his art. Watson does ejaculate from his very heart in the direction of his fiancée. Holmes gives 6, but there is one where it's quite hard to tell who it is. So,
That can happen, Stephen.
who's ejaculating here?
Let's just imagine.
So he sat as I dropped off to sleep, and so he sat when a sudden ejaculation caused me to wake up. I found...
he's having
Have
one
you
now.
ever been woken up by a sudden ejaculation?
You talked enough about your dreams. There's a fellow called Phelps in the wonderful story, The Naval Treaty. He ejaculates 3 times, actually. The only other ejaculator is Mrs. Sinclair's husband, who ejaculates from a second-floor window.
This is the most fun I've ever had on this show.
Name something interesting you can do with a slinky.
Well, it's
Well, you can't untangle it.
That's certainly... Oh, God, I got through so many as a child.
The
It was
most,
so
it is the
upsetting.
most... It was
Wasn't
the most... You go to
Oh.
the top of the stairs and you look at this, it's... Oh, no! And then that would be it in your toilet.
We've given you some stairs. In fact, you can take your stairs and your slinky out and
Oh, well,
demonstrate.
there's
There
some
may be
slinkies.
young people in the audience.
You're going
who've never
to
had
love
the
this.
You
excitement.
could attach. You could
This
attach
is
it
I'm
to
going
your,
back. Look at that!
Yay!
Isn't that fun? The best thing.
Oh, dear.
I'm
You may
literally
have
the
pointed it in the
happiest
wrong
man in the
direction.
world.
Brilliant.
Where did you find He invented this out of... He was a suspension designer, wasn't he?
He was a naval officer. His name was Richard James, and it was in 1940... It's called the Allen effect.
just...
No. You don't do it like that. You lift the top.
Somebody go and get him a rally top.
How can you not work a slinky? How can you not do that? Yeah!
Can you imagine giving this to a child now and going, that's it, that's your gift. Happy Christmas.
But didn't he invent it by accident? He was making
Yes.
coil springs and he invented
He was an American naval officer, and he literally knocked over a spring, and it went for a walk. And
Yeah.
he thought, oh, that's interesting. And so he developed an experiment, and he came up with a slinky. And more than...
Look, to be fair, it was his wife who thought it would make a good toy.
Yes, it's true.
Let us
Yeah,
remember that sometimes
absolutely.
women get overlooked in these things.
More than 300 million were sold, which
Yeah.
is an incredible number.
all to me, because I kept breaking them.
Yeah, I know, because they tangle up. Now, if you'll put them away...
Do you mind if I keep the stairs? Because there's a few shelves in the kitchen that I simply...
But what we do have is a very extraordinary effect that happens if you drop a slinky, which is that when you let go of it, the bottom does not move. Watch the film and you'll see what I mean. It's actually really astonishing. It's a very peculiar effect. Watch the bottom of the slinky as it actually happens in very high-speed camera. The bottom is completely still. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
That is a really bizarre effect. I can't really explain quite why that happens.
Oh, I bet James May could.
Tell me your Ken Dodd story.
A broadcaster of some description went to interview a politician, British politician, and he saw this wonderful picture as he perceived of Ken Dodd on the wall. And the politician came in and the guy said, oh, that's wonderful, Ken Dodd. I mean, he's just one of the greatest comedians this country has ever produced. And the man said, do you mind, that's my wife.
I want to know who the politician is.
I wonder what I do.
His wife looks like Ken Dodd.
It's true. My wife. Or Doddy, as I call her.
What a fine day. What a fine day to marry a politician. I'm telling you.
And in came the children.
There's a wonderful actor called Richard Brave, and he's a very fine actor. And he was in a commercial where he had to play a mummy. And he was wrapped up. And he, at one point, just absolutely had to go for a pee.
Inevitably.
And
He made papier-mâché.
the undoing and the doing up of the bandaging was taking so long that somebody rummaged around and pulled his old fellow out while he peed. And to this day, he doesn't know who he was because when it was called the rap, it was just him and the costume person unwinding him and everybody else, you know, biffed off.
Did he line them all up and say, would you take my penis in?
No. He didn't know, he didn't see them.
Yeah. Maybe. Stand over there. No.
It's just like a more modern version of the Cinderella story. Prince going round. I know that feel anywhere.
Mummified man.
Yeah, all the ugly sisters putting on hand cream.
You've got paper, you've got pencil. We might like you, during the course of the evening, design a hat. And the winner gets a prize. So there you are. Any kind of hat. But don't let it ruin your concentration for the next question, if I can put it that
I invented multitasking.
Yeah, there you are. Exactly. So the Daily...
I'm drawing!
Sorry.
Could you please keep it down, Stephen?
You know, I sometimes have weird dreams in which we're married, Johnny. I want you to tell me, because it's quite interesting, and that's the name of the game, which is the only number in the English language which, when written out, is in alphabetical order?
8.
No.
OK, well,
43. 8 is good, but I comes after G.
OK, I'm going to have to guess because there's not enough time and I'm dyslexic.
1, 2, 2.
No.
3.
O comes before T. So they have to be in alphabetical order.
I see. Ah.
Yes, that's...
40.
40. Yes! Well done!
Yes, so
Very good.
Were you going through all the numbers? I was going through all the numbers at the same time that you were.
Yeah,
Got
just
there.
counting.
Yeah, 40 is the one.
Yeah, Alan was on 3 when you said
You three were all talking and we're still going...
Counting.
It's time for a Johnny Jape, this time involving lasers and balloons. What could be coming next? Here we are. And I've got my laser. This is one of these things they use. You know, I'm going to point it behind me. And we're using the smoke because it shows up the laser line. Can you see it there?
Yeah.
I'm deliberately, obviously... You keep shouting in my ear. Don't point it at people's eyes. I'm not.
Don't point it at their fucking eyes! It's fucking dangerous!
The thing is, he knows he's the one who's going to be fired. There you are. You can see reasonably well that there is a laser
The
light
lighting
there.
man, I go...
Right. This is an ordinary laser light, the kind you'd use to, you know, at conferences to point on maps and all the rest of it. And I'm just going to press the laser here and... Oh!
Whoa.
And... Oh!
Whoa.
And... Oh!
Whoa.
And...
Green! Wow, cool!
Nothing. It's not popping,
weird.
though. So, the black ones pop and the white one doesn't. Alan, you should have a... Begin to make sense. Just... I want you... Take your black marker, please. And can you make a black target roughly in the centre of the balloon? And I'm going to let you press the button as a reward if you do it sensibly. So...
Temptation to draw a cock and ball.
I know! A big black spot, so it'll work. So just there. And fill it in as black as you can.
Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. You could, if you'd worked for Blue Peter, you'd know how to do that while presenting to camera.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, there you see, exactly.
I haven't done a cock and balls, and I know you're disappointed.
They're not.
This is the back of Stephen Fry's head.
Yeah, that's it. It is actually not unlike. OK.
Will that do it, do you
I
think?
reckon that's black enough.
Black enough?
We know that black absorbs light and heat, and white, we know, reflects it. And we saw that the laser had enough energy to burst the black balloon. So all you have to do, just leave it in. It should be pointing in the right direction.
I get sent very odd things by members of the public. Thank you. I got sent a thing to stand up weeing. And I thought it was...
Oh, a funnel.
It's called a she-wee. Do you know it's the most marvellous thing?
It's Japanese, isn't it?
Darling, I piss in all sorts of places now. I get out of the car, I can't be bothered to pop into the service station. I'm on the back wheel. It's absolutely the most marvellous thing.
It is mostly for driving, I thought, the she-wee. Driving under the influence of the need for a wee is the most dangerous thing a human being can do. I have reached 170 miles an hour. Disabled parking spaces outside motorway service stations, they're mine, because I am disabled by the need. You become consumed with...
I had a wee in a water bottle once, driving about 100 mile an hour, just like weeing this water bottle. And...
but then it won't stop.
Well, I failed my driving test.
Reminds me of that phrase, Stephen. Couldn't see the wood
for the trees. Have you ever come across that phrase before?
I have. I never used to
what it
understand
basically
it.
means
Yes.
is you're looking at... Wait.
Yeah.
You're looking for wood.
Yes, yeah.
Not the way you like.
Not in that sense.
You're looking for wood.
Yeah.
And you're looking at trees.
Yes.
So you are, in essence, looking at wood.
They're wood, aren't
but
they?
you're I've got it, Alan. But you're seeing trees, so you can't see the wood for the trees. And I think, in a funny old way, it's a little bit like what you're talking about, isn't it?
Almost exactly not.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice you've got that up. It's a good...
So that is Mormon porn.
That's Mormon porn. Yeah. They also have special underwear. Do you know about that? Mormons wear, and devout ones, I suppose, for their whole lives, wear a special kind of undergarment which covers them from the knees right up to the top. You can see an example of the garment.
I've got that on now.
Have you? Are you wearing a garment?
It goes all the way up to there and down to my knees.
Yes, up to...
Boobs.
Yes, up, but not
not
over.
all the way, no.
Yes, no, yours are nice, flying free and beautiful and lovely and... not flying, but no. To be fair, it's a fulsome pair of fun bags, and we... It's party treat time now. Isn't this exciting? I've got something really interesting for you to try. It's powdered miracle berry. Now, you should have a little cup like this. So if you can instantly put that pill, as it were, that's in your cup, in your mouth, I promise you it's not going to hurt you.
We don't even question.
Don't swallow it.
Just do it. Yes, Stephen.
Don't swallow it. Please do it. Don't swallow it.
Show me your
Don't swallow
kiddies.
it.
I'm not
Roll
sure
it
we've
around.
been
Let
down
it
this
be
road
sweet. It's from a
before,
fruit.
mister.
Only bite it when you see the whites of the eyes.
Don't bite it. Don't bite it. Just really roll it around your mouth. Roll it around your tongue. It's quite sweet. It takes a little time for it to work, but when it does work, it's rather extraordinary.
It's like a dead refresher.
Yeah, it is, exactly. It's exactly what it's like. But just to try and do a bit of action on it, just so that you can get it to dissolve, spread it all over your tongue. It is quite miraculous. It's why it's called the miracle fruit. It's rather
Right, I've
exciting.
slightly crunched mine.
Oh, well, don't worry. Don't swallow. Don't swallow. Just keep...
Why not?
Keep it in your mouth. There's a good reason. I want for it to cover all of your tongue, because it does something extraordinary to your tongue, and that's what you're going to discover. So keep sucking. Keep sucking.
I must remember this speech.
Yeah. If you made them swallow...
It does something extraordinary to your tongue. Don't swallow it.
So do you feel you've more or less coated yourself in it?
Yeah.
What it does is it actually gets rid of your tongue's ability to detect sour and bitter. So I want you to just take a bite on this lemon. You'll find, when you bite on the lemon, that it's not exactly sweet, but that it really has taken away 90% of its sourness.
I'm going in.
Isn't it? Your whole pill?
I've done a lot of coating.
Oh, that's delicious.
Isn't it? It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
None of you has pulled the kind of...
That is like a really sweet orange.
Exactly. It's
I'm going to
bizarre.
regret it later.
It is a most extraordinary experience.
I love that. Ooh,
and that will last. That will last for about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour.
I'm going to have chronic
You'll be able to have
gastritis in 20
lime,
minutes.
bitter. It was very popular, this miracle fruit. They used to have parties where they'd have this kind of rainbow of different flavours that would occur because it takes away your ability to taste the bitter or the sour, or indeed the salt. So everything becomes sweet, but it retains a little of its own flavour. But it does work,
Amazing.
doesn't it? It is, absolutely.
Although it is vitamin C, so internally I'm rebelling.
In my pocket. I'm going to have one later. I'm going to give one to a friend.
You are. Yeah.
Taste so much nicer.
Yeah.
It's just...
We've witnessed something big tonight.
Yeah.
It's all over.
It will taste lovely for half an hour.
My favourite word is ready.
It's not sour anymore, is it? It's not sour anymore.
Right, it's all round the mouth.
Gérard de Nerval.
No, one thing. Gérard de Nerval was a fascinating man.
He was.
Very much enjoyed the way you said that.
Je suis le veuf. L'un compte.
And he also
Le ténébreux.
famously had a pet lobster, Gérard de Nerval.
He did, indeed.
Who we used to take for walks on a lead.
Vite, vite, monsieur! Monsieur Clicky!
Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Allons-y!
Stay with it, because it's good. Because
Non.
T'es fatigué?
Non. Allez-y. Tu vas manger quelque chose?
L'eau! S'il vous plaît, l'eau!
Non. Non, pas de l'eau. Non, l'artichoke de Jérusalem.
Oh,
I never thought I'd see the day when Bill Bailey force-fed Gerard de Nerval's lobster with Jerusalem artichoke. The day came. Anyway, let's just return to this other poet who was the lover of the young Verlaine. Oh, sorry, the young...
Verlaine!
We're going to end with really exciting Wild West action. Who fancies a shootout with a real-life vortex cannon? I've given you one each next. You've got a box. See that box there? It's simply a box, all right? Now, the hole is where the vortex emerges. So if you lean it so that the hole is pointing at the target, all right, and basically what you're going to do is smack the side of the box, all right? After a 3, 2, 1, smack! Very good. There you are. Now. What are you doing? But what we can... Yes? What we can do before you destroy the box... Before you destroy the box, you can do something even more exciting, and that is fill it with smoke, and it will demonstrate what, in fact, was happening with the air. You should all have smoke machines. That's it. Fill it with smoke, fill it with smoke, fill it with smoke, and now... Look! Look at that! Just a gentle tap. That is a vortex, there's beautiful smoke rings. And... a lovely one there. I've got an enormous cannon here. I'm going to fill mine with... I'll see if I can get mine across the...
You can chase each other.
Across the room here. Here we go. I've got the wrong way around. We'll let the smoke drift a little. We don't like a big dustbin. It's simply pressure of air creating this wonderful vortex.
No, it's not. It's magic.
Nice one, Alan.
Hey, with this kind of magic, we could make the tiny people big again.
Yes.
Stay with us, there's drama here on BBC HD next. Stephen Mangan and Dan Boyd star in Dirt Gently.